Yes, yes. Welcome. CGO here, and I'm going to bring you a guide for early game and hope to improve your early game. And with Halloween less than a week away, you might be just in that mood to try some Dead by Daylight. Or maybe you're looking to be the first, stop being for the first one dying in most games. Well, this guide will help you improve your early DBD experience and hopefully set you up for some long, fun games. So let's jump into it. First off, it's always good to have synergy in your build. I'll leave that up to you as I respect survivors who create their own and stay away from the metas. I personally want to have an adrenaline using escape methods such as Lithe or Sprint Burst. Like a perk for knowledge such as like Kindred or Spine Chill, and rescue orientated perks such as Borrow Time or Will Make It. The last perk I picked based on like the playstyle I'm feeling at the time. Maybe I'll do some dead hard work for some looping, or Iron Will to not let the killer track me with his ears. Well, now it's time to ready up. And to prevent the killer from reading too much into the pregame lobby, like seeing some like a bunch of toolboxes for saves and fast gen work or med kits that indicates you will most likely split up after unhooks, you should try and slap on your items 6 to 10 seconds before the game starts, depending on your add-ons you want to use, to prevent counterplay like such as Franklin's Demise. That's an item release perk, in case you don't know. But at the same time, if you do play a key, expect to get tunneled by the killer. While the game loads in, I would advise looking for offerings to gauge how aggressive a killer is going to play. Like a common counter to playing a key is a hidden offering called Memento Mori, and folks, this is the one you really do not want to face. As you after your first hook, anytime you're put into a dying state, the killer could choose to kill you on the spot, and then back to the lobby you go. When the game loads in, check the player panel on the bottom left of the screen to see if there's any clues to what killer you are facing. Like, for example, the Nightmare will show a 60-second countdown. So, yeah, you'll know you're facing Freddy at that point. Also, make sure you look around for, pools of devotion. That'd be the Plague. Or jigsaw boxes, which would indicate you are facing the Pig. Of course, while you're all doing this, you want to try to pick up on any audio clues that give away the killer you are facing, such as chainsaw sounds or screams of terror. You want to come in with a game plan. That plays to the survivor you are. You might think, hey, CGO, you need balance. You need points for all categories for rank. And while this is true, you need to play with your strengths and minimize the things you need to work on. For example, if you have trouble leading the killer in chases, you might want to play a lot slower. A suggested start in that case would be Scout the Generators for Corrupt Intervention. That is a killer perk that locks 3 generators for 80 to 120 seconds, depending on the rank of the killer's perk. Next step, maybe jump on and off a gen to see if the killer's using Hex Rune, which makes the regression speed 100 to 200% of the normal. Again, depending on the rank of the killer's perk. Jump in the locker even, and back out again to see if the killer is using Iron Maiden, which notifies the killer when you leave a locker. It's better to find these things out right away until it gets you killed. After we have some basic intel, we can now move around a map in a stealth-like fashion. A, to either find those hex bones, or B, to bounce from gen to gen, staying as far away from the killer as possible. As soon as I attach myself to a gen, I then look around for an exit strategy, and it is always good to spot a locker to jump in if a teammate is about to get hooked. That prevents you from being revealed to the killer if he's running the perk Barbecue and Chili. That is a very common perk that many consider a must-have in most killer builds. While on a gen, I want you to take note that some killers do not have a terror radius or can go into undetectable status. That also does not show that red aura in front of them. So, depending on the killer you're facing, always be actively moving your screen around while listening for the audio cue to complete skill checks. Well, I hope this video helped your early game Dead by Daylight experience. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments and tell me what part of the game you're having trouble with, or any information or things you want me to clear up. I'll have no problem making another video. You guys have an amazing Halloween this weekend. I'll be giving a lot of freebie killer games. Yeah, so you guys take care of yourself and be safe out there. All right. Thanks for your time, folks. Cheers.